Nail Tarot. This is a general reading for all those seeking advice from the universe today. If you've come across this video, then these messages are for you. I have meditated with these cards and I have preset them out for you. I will go over what I have found for you. I have looked at what your general energy of your day is and kind of what's going on for you. I'll end the reading with some healing or some guidance from the angels, and that's with a card. Okay, let's begin. The first card I chose for you is Destiny. This card is about things coming your way. Destiny is looking at you, good things coming your way, and it's about being open to those things. The Destiny will present itself, all these wonderful things can flow to you, but if you're not open to them coming to you, then they can't get there and they can't get to you. So it's a reminder that these wonderful things are coming, they're there, just open up to it. Be allowing, let them come in. The other card I have for you, which is surrounding you today, is the Shadow card. This is about looking at our fears, looking at the things that lie within the shadows of us that are very much there going around with us day to day. They affect the way we make decisions, they affect our choices, and they affect ultimately the direction of our lives. So sometimes these things can really hold us back from our destiny, and they can hold us back from things that could be really benefiting us in the future. I'll clarify all of these with my tarot after I go through a quick rundown of what they are. The other card I have for you is conflict and despair. There's something going on that is causing you to feel like you have tried very, very hard, that you have come to no solution. Even though you have tried everything you know, you are feeling quite defeated by it. You might be praying or you might be talking to your higher power about it, and there doesn't seem to be any answers coming to you. Sometimes, well, all the time when it's to do with the universe, there is a divine timing, there is a destiny for everything. So you may not be hearing the messages, the replies back, because you are in so much of your stuff around the despair, you're in so much grief or so much big feelings, negative feelings, that you can't hear the messages coming through to you or the solutions to your answers. But with every problem that comes down, there is a solution. Okay, the next card I have for you is the Triumph card. This card is really about being in your strength, about looking your adversity in the eye and not letting it stop you. You keep on going, you're very determined. Although all of this shadow and fear stuff is coming up for you, whatever's in your shadow side, and this conflict that you're currently experiencing, it is not going to stop you today. You're very determined, you're very in your power, you know where you want to go and you're getting there. You've really got all the means to get there, and it doesn't seem like many things can stop you right now. The other thing that's supporting you in your day-to-day is the Wisdom card. This Wisdom card is about spiritual lessons and it's about guidance, but in human form. So there could be some sort of spiritual teacher around you. Every person could be a spiritual teacher to you, or animal even. But there is somebody around you particularly teaching you lessons. Whether all of this conflict and issues that you have going on today are to do with this particular person, the message could be that they are your teacher. So whether it's somebody that's coming to your life to be as you've chosen to be a spiritual teacher, or it's somebody in your life causing you a lot of problems, a lot of stress, who are shining light on your shadow sides, who are making you feel this conflict and despair. These people are a gift. They are here to teach you something about yourself, to shine light on what you don't want to see or what you failed to look at about yourself. These are opportunities to heal, to clear out, and to move on. Let's just choose some cards from the tarot. For our destiny, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And we have and the King of Swords. Okay, so I feel like with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, you're feeling like I said before, the universe isn't giving you a solution. You haven't got an answer back. You've been not having something given back to you or given to you. And there's a real sense of like, what's going on? Like I'm praying, I'm asking, I'm doing all of the things. I have this really big problem. I don't know the solution. So as I said, there is divine timing for everything. There is a purpose for all of this situation that you've got going on now. We have the King of Swords here. He is somebody, this could be actually somebody you're dealing with, okay? Or it could be yourself or a way you need to be in this situation. The King of Swords is very clear thinking. He's very good at making judgments. He doesn't make judgments from feelings. He always believes to make judgment based on the facts. He's very certain about that. He is lacking a bit in emotions, okay? So he doesn't deal with emotions. He doesn't really like dealing with the emotions, but he seems to find balance in things without all of that, okay? So this might be you. It might be someone in your that you're dealing with, or it could be a way you needing to be, okay? I'll have a look at the shadow self, what we're dealing with the shadow self. What is it? Guidance for the shadow self that we're dealing with in this reading for the highest good. Okay, so that's come out in reverse. So that's the Page of Cups. There really seems to be a lack of emotion in things in the beginning and surrounding you. So either there is you're not looking at your feelings and your emotions and how you're feeling them, or you might be denying those feelings and emotions. Our feelings and emotions are extremely important. They are one of the most important things in our lives because they indicate where we are in terms of our connection with the divine, our connection with ourself. The further we are from ourselves, the pull to unhappiness and sadness and grief and all of those feelings, and that's an indicator that you're far from yourself. When you're feeling happy within your body, when you are feeling joy, when you're feeling passion, when you're feeling excitement, when you're feeling drive, they're all indications that you are connected with yourself. It's very important to be connected with the self because we will hear our guidance system, we will feel the happiest we are. That's where happiness is. Okay, so if you are denying your feelings, you're not wanting to look at them, maybe that's something that was a family history, maybe there was a parent who wasn't very into emotions and feelings and expressing them. And so that has become a pattern for you. But that might be something for you to look at. And also for you, where these feelings aren't allowed to come out, where they're not allowed to be expressed and seen, there's a lack of flourishing. There's a lack of flowers growing, nourishment, fertility. That's something for you. So that message is for you. Not for all. All right, let's have a look at the conflict and defeat card with the tarot. Okay, we've got the Judgment card and the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like with this situation, you have been working on something, you have been perfecting your craft, you have been building something up. And it could be a project, it could be a love, it could be anything. You assign the role in your life. It feels, I've got the Judgment card. It feels like someone has been overly judgmental of your work, and it kind of feels a bit unfair. It feels like you have been trying very hard and working hard and showing your work, and it seems like you've been doing a very good job. Not such a matter of not doing a good job in your work and things like that, and then being told by a manager. It feels like you have been a good job, but there's some judgment that's unfair. So, yeah, it feels like they're judging you, and it is sending you into a bit of despair, sending you into a bit of like, well, I've tried my hardest. Like, what is this? What is going on? And it feels a bit like the universe isn't bringing you many answers at this time, and the judgment hasn't brought you, and the person judging you is on you. So it's a bit like, oh, everyone's on me. I just want to get away from it. Okay, but there is the Triumph card here. There is the Wisdom card. So there is a solution. You have the strength. You really will. And I think you'll find that strength. It might be a moment of, I can't deal with this. but you'll find your strength. We have the Chariot, yeah, and we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So with the Chariot and the Triumph card, there's a lot of movement and a lot of strength, a lot of masculine energy, great big movement here with the universe behind it as well. So this situation is meant to have happened for you to get some clarity and to look at something and to really figure out where you want to go. What are you going to focus on here? With the Knight of Pentacles, this card's usually a slower card. See, in the upright position, they're moving slowly. They know what they want. They got their eye on the prize. But this is just another indicator of how fast this solution's coming in and how fast you are going to move things along. So there's a lot of power for movement here. So although you feel possibly that it's a bit stuck, it's not true. There's a lot of power coming in for you today. A lot of movement. All right, so the last card is the Wisdom card. And we have the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Wow, okay. So the Ace of Swords is about challenges. You've come to a certain point with this challenge and you've overcome it, but there's still more things to sort out. There's still more things to work through. But I feel like towards the end of the day, the major part of it will either be resolved or there'll be some sort of resolution in sight, an idea at least. And then we have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is just such a beautiful card for love particularly, but also for outcomes. It's dreams fulfilled, wishes coming true. It's a hope. There's a lot of hope. With the Wisdom card being a spiritual teacher, it is saying that this is a lesson. This is either somebody has come in as a spiritual teacher to guide you through this, or this particular situation is your teacher, or the person involved in this situation is your teacher. Either you're going to come out with a lot of love and renewal in your relationship, or a much more strengthened relationship, a stronger foundation, happiness, divine happiness. I feel like this is going to be a good ending to your day. I'll just pick a card from the angels to see for some healing for you. So there's still more spiritual lessons to come with this situation. I feel like it'll probably be like something you reflect upon in years to come. I feel like it won't be looking back in a bad way, but in a good way, like, wow, I really gained my strength. It taught me this. I was able to move on to this because of this. You may end up teaching it to people or talking about this story to people in the future, explaining or inspiring to people how you came so far or how you overcame something. So there is a big dot next to this lesson in your life, in the book of life for you. It'll be something you reflect upon. But I feel so much goodness coming from it. I feel like a really happy place coming from it. So hang in there if you're in the midst of this conflict and defeat card right now, or you might be in the triumph part or the wisdom part. So hang in there. Let's see what the angels have for you. We have serenity. Find your serenity in this situation. Somehow you will find it by the end of it. But right now, if you're in the midst of this conflict and defeat feelings, you need to find what serenity you can. So if you've got to go on your lunch break soon, go sit outside, sit in the sunshine. Try and focus on what you're wanting out of this situation and what you're wanting to feel. I know that there might be some issues with looking at feelings that is surrounding you, but even if you could start simply by sitting in the sun or somewhere you like and feeling how the sun feels on your body. That is the beginning of thinking about your feelings. Or think about, how does this sound of this bird in the tree singing sound to me? Or, just these simple things. How does this chair that I'm sitting on feel? How does my body feel sitting in it? And that's the beginning that you can start out to start slowly looking at your feelings before you can look at these harder things, these fears and these things that are blocking you. That's the end of my reading. I hope it's brought you some guidance, some clarity for your day, and I'll see you again soon.